Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be doing a video on starting my own wargame because in case you guys haven't realised, on my YouTube channel, in my channel description, I of course said about building worlds and creating my own wargame. So today I'll be introducing you guys to my fantasy world as well as some of the factions and some of my ideas going forward. So let's get straight into it. So we'll start up. This world is called Reldif. So Reldif is a fantasy, lore-filled world where magic is the most important thing, and it's 13 factions that are all trying to become the strongest in Reldif, getting relics and just a really, really good game. I'm trying to make it sort of the game that I've never played, but I really want it to be a thing, so like my version of like other companies, but just make it the perfect war game. So I hope you guys enjoy. So we'll underline a lot of the factions in today's video. So I'll just start up. I plan to start with the main two factions, which will be Lake and Fell, which the reason for the name is they will be Dead Alorians, which is the second faction, who died in the Battle of Feywood, and they fell into the lake and got cursed. So they are undead, so zombies, skeletons, vampires, ghosts, all sorts of crazy creatures that are trying to take over Reldif. And then fighting them is Alorians, or Aloria. They're sort of snowy mountain humans, so they ride horses. They're a cavalry-focused army. They can also ride on Pegasus, and they're very focused on their knights as well as small loads of infantry, heavily armoured. They're kind of a shock cavalry army and shock infantry. So that's it for the first two factions. Next I'll move on to some that I hope to add in the future. Starting off with Wood Elves, they'll be Feywood, like I talked about earlier. So Wood Elves, they'll have all of the foresty stuff, they've got their forest, their tree men, all of those, and they've also got their core of plenty of archers and plenty of forest mages to go along perfectly. They'll be all about sort of ranged magic and buffing ranged weapons and stuff. So that if you like ranged weapons, then they're the perfect army for you. But maybe if you prefer, rather than sort of light ranged fire, less shots but heavy fire, Duralon is perfect for you. They're a dwarf settlement, or many settlements, and they use all of their many powers. They use a lot of runes. They're less magic focused, but their rune priests can buff nearby troops to make them, better at shooting in close combat. They're heavily elite, so you don't have quite as many, but there's still a brilliant army to collect, with plenty of stuff like flame cannons, stone throwers, stuff like that. That is really, really focused on their ranged firepower, but it's very strong firepower compared to Feywood, sort of light firepower, but a lot of it. Next, we have Chironif, which are they're basically zealous Elorians who have turned to sort of evil minds, and now are they're also like Aloria and Duralon and stuff, that they don't sort of focus on magic, they just buff instead, and they're a very strong army in all means, and their weapons are extraordinarily powerful, and their army rule focuses on killing Alorians and other sort of anti-traitors, like for instance Feywood. We also have the demons. The demons are purely blood demons, like what is called in Warhammer, but they're purely blood demons. They focus on a lot of just killing, and they get blood frenzy quite heavily, so they get better when they kill, like a lot of things, but they have the blood frenzy special rule, or an army rule. And they're a very, very strong army if you like sort of close combat, shock infantry charging into the foe, with also decent magic support. And then next we have the Dark Elves of Barkanor. They will be sort of assassins, and they're a very stealthy army. And they're very focused on their dark magic. Like they have a lot of evil, dead sort of magic. They also have ghosts with shimmering blades and shimmering shields. They're very focused on their stealthy, very hard to hit. So if you like a defensive army that's also really, really strong on the charge with decent magic, then Barkanor are indeed the army for you. Next, we have some High Elves. They are the perfect enemy for the Barkanor or Dark Elves, should I say. They have a lot of sort of stone elemental golems. Their chosen cavalry is lions, although they do have some horses. They have a very, very strong charge and magic, but most armies have a ton of wizards. Even some of the unit leaders tend to be decent level wizards, level 1s, level 2s, and they are just a extremely magic focused army. So if you love your magic, you love your elements, pick up High Elves, because they will be such a cool army for you. Next, if you like sort of dark, if you've liked the theme of Dark Elves, but you prefer something a little maybe shootier and stronger on the charge rather than just being stealthy, you have the Dark Dwarves of Barjaw. They are a very chaosy sort of faction, and they are extremely enemised to I think I just made up a word there, but anyway, their main enemy is of course Duralon, as Duralon also has a rule against them. So basically, if you like if you like dwarves but you want a more chaosy side, then Barjaw are the perfect army for you. Next, we have Valoria, which are sort of, they're in the area where Feywood is. They are perfect for a ranged human army. If you want something, if you don't really like elves, but you like the ranged idea, then these are perfect. They ride a lot of forest cavalry, so like elks and forest stags. So those are perfect. And then next, I have 2 orc factions to finish it off. We have Morrengard for starters. Morrengard are a dinosaur-heavy orc army. They don't really have many war machines. They do have the odd couple, but they are almost all accompanied by dinosaurs, whether it's a small, tiny compy or whatever they're called, the tiny little dinosaurs, all the way up to a massive Triceratops or Stegosaurus or massive T-Rex that a leader may be riding on. Also having Velociraptors. So if you love dinosaurs, this is the perfect army for you. So if you do like your dinosaurs, pick up these. But we also have, as a second orc army to finish it off, we have the snake handlers of Sordif. They're also orcs. They focus on, they're more of a horde style orc army. They have plenty of orcs, and some ride on snakes and tame snakes to go into battle for them. And they are the perfect army. They're quite the opposite of Morrengard, but of course allies. But they're just the overall enemy sort of are. So if you want to be the overall bad guy, you like being a bad guy, you like your snakes, they are the perfect army for you. So finishing off, I just wanted to say this game will be coming up. I'm looking to start up a business, so keep updated on any content or any lore updates that I post. But thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.